They're taking over America like they took over Russia, like they took over China. They plan to do that here. There's no doubt about it. All right, I'm going to stop ranting and go to your phone calls here. It's just this article, government prepared to stage domestic terror attack. It's up on Infowars.com, government preparing to stage domestic terror attack. It is so important to get this article out to everyone you know now. Now! I mean, what's stopping you nationwide? You own a pool business. You own a construction business. You own a chain of restaurants. You are a doctor. You're a lawyer. You're a teacher. But I'm talking about folks who aren't just, an auto mechanic going home to 3 kids, working 14 hours a day and too exhausted. But you should do it too. But all of you yuppies that have got time to take 25-mile bike rides on the weekend and got time to go rock climbing and got time to take your kids camping every weekend or take your kids fly fishing, hey, that's wonderful, and I wish I was doing that too. Believe me, I wish I was taking 25-mile bike rides. I wish I was mountain climbing. I wish I was camping. I wish I was driving around the country in an RV. Okay, I understand that. But there's no future and there's no time left if you don't go to a local sign store and have a 20-foot banner made, 9/11 was an inside job, Infowars.com, or Obama's going to stage a terror attack. Whatever you come up with. We don't have time to screw around. You better take Fall of the Republic and Invisible Empire and Police State, The Rise of FEMA, and you better buy 1,000 blank DVDs and a big duplicator, and you better make copies, and you better get it out to everybody. We got a chance to beat these people. We're kicking their butts in, and they're going to blow some stuff up. You understand? That's what they do. You've seen all the preparation. It's 100% now. 100%. And the sky's the limit for these people that they're going to start pulling a bunch of stuff. Everything you've seen the last few months is the buildup. The Pentagon, Joe Stack, Atari, the underwear bomber, every one of them staged up one side and down the other. That's just to get it in your mind, get it in your head. They've been introducing white Al-Qaeda for 5 years. They're going to make their move. They're going to kill cops. They're going to blow up federal buildings. They're going to do all sorts of stuff. And we're in a red level emergency. Now, here's the good news. Kurt Haskell and his wife, both prominent, well-to-do lawyers, are 9/11 truthers. And they know what to look for, and we've got at least half the public that questions the official story, and our people are in the federal government, they're in the military, they're in airports, they're in government facilities, they're in private sector. Our people are everywhere. And we need our people to keep your eyes open for events. And if you see suspicious-looking guys with a truck, you don't let them see you, you videotape them, you videotape their car. Because the next time the feds blow something up, they're not going to be able to confiscate all the videos. You're going to be able to upload it. That's why Obama's got cybersecurity to shut down the web when he wants, but that won't stop us. And Kurt Haskell was on that plane and saw the feds get the underwear bomber on the plane and protect him, and they tried to lie about it, and it came out a month later it was all true. So remember that. That's the one reason the globalists may not pull the trigger. If they get enough of an NSA buzz going, and enough buzz going in the government about false flag, and police officers, look, you better be looking not for a militia person and not for an Arab, or of course they may be using people dressed up like that. You better be watching the feds. And the feds, you better be watching yourself, and private intelligence agencies, and private corporate mercs. Everybody. I mean, when I was driving to work today, I was watching everything. It doesn't mean that there's one chance in a million that I'm going to catch something, but I'm scanning, I'm looking. I saw a truck pulled up beside a gas station, had a bunch of pallets on it, looked like fertilizer. I pulled up and looked at it, and it wasn't fertilizer, it was concrete. Doesn't matter. I am scanning, I am looking, I am watching, and I know who to watch. And everybody else needs to be doing this right now, because the minute they blow a federal building up, you have got to burn rubber to the scene. You've got to record all the local news. You have got to have video cameras on you at all times. You have got to be watching everywhere. It's a life and death situation. And you've got to all make YouTube and other videos where you go out and do your own rant about the government preparing to stage a false flag terror attack. So there's thousands of these videos, and so it's on record that we knew what they were doing. That we may be able to back them off, but right now it looks like they're committed. Bill Clinton, I just hope there doesn't have to be a terror attack to stop these Tea Parties. They're creating the hate. They're going to do it. It's their fault. Criticizing the government. It's causing a big... And they've got the internet now, Wolf. They've got the internet now, Wolf, and they're all communicating with each other, and it's bad, Wolf. I hope we don't have to do this. And Wolf, foreign operative that he is, just Mossad agent, just openly worked for the Israeli government, just nods, and I know, Clinton, I know. It's what we have to do. It's a little message for all those in the know. They're just out there in the open talking about it like we're a bunch of idiots, and we don't see exactly what they're talking about. I'm real sad about it. I hope it doesn't have to happen, Wolf, before these people stop what they're doing. I didn't have sex with that woman either. Boy, let me bite my bottom lip. I'm so concerned right now. It's making me nauseated just thinking about him. So there's the telegraphed message. They're getting ready. They're getting ready right now. They probably got their hands on the plungers. They're getting ready right now. Because they got to shut up the American people. I got news for you, globalists. I know you've got your psych warfare chiefs and experts looking over it. A lot of your insiders are telling you that this isn't going to go the way you think. That's why they've been demonizing 9/11 truth so hard the last 2 years, more than before, because they've got to demonize anybody who talks about terror being government 9 times out of 10. And they've also been linking 9/11 truth to terrorism, which is asinine. We're exposing that it is the government, or elements of the government, or private intelligence groups, corporate merc groups. And so we've got a chance to stop them if we get the word out. But you can see them. They're doing everything they can, 24/7 on all fronts, getting ready, getting ready, getting ready. Are you ready? And what are you doing to stop them? What are you doing to get the word out? They're having giant open carry rallies all over the country, including in front of the White House today. The globalists can't stand to see the people standing up and saying we're not slaves. Their anti-gun movement is in trouble. Their carbon tax movement is in trouble. Their wars are in trouble. The banks robbing the people are in deep trouble. So they've got to stage terror attacks to play the part of victims and scare the more timid souls out there into serving their new world order and crouching down and licking the hand that feeds them, that binds them in chains. All right, let's go to your calls. I'm going to take a ton of calls all the way to the bottom of the next hour. Then I got a bunch of other news on Goldman Sachs, the banking takeover, the environmental, all of it. It's all coming up. And then Max Kaiser. Robert in South Carolina, you're on the air. Thanks for holding.
Hey, thanks, Alex. The idea that I came up with was compiling a Facebook of the New World Order. They've been so busy with all that they're doing, they've forgotten to let us know who they are and exactly what they're doing. I think it would be helpful to be able to express our concern with all of that.
Well, we know who the globalists are. It's the top banking heads, it's the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, it's less than 50 big families. At the top of the capstones, Microsoft, companies like IBM.
I understand that, but I mean specifically who they are and what their phone number would be, what their address is, what vehicle they drive, all that different type of thing, because they live in ivory towers, somewhat insulated from normal everyday people, but they mix with us and they come in and out, and people are unaware that the person they may be on the soccer field with is actually in cahoots to help eliminate them, their children.
Well, they are afraid of that, and I think what We Are Change and others have done, the Tea Parties have done, the real Tea Parties that have been around for almost 4 years, not the new Sarah Palin party that they say has been around for 1 year, and the news gives the birth date every day on every channel to tell you that the Republicans founded it and run it. Everywhere Al Gore goes, he's being hounded. Everywhere Bill Clinton goes. Karl Rove is going to be at UT tonight. In fact, can I have that article? And I know a lot of people are going to be there to ask him serious questions. I hope it's civil. I hope people get up to the microphone. I hope they take questions. So everywhere they go, they're being hounded, and their minions are being hounded. But the globalists are being identified, and we are documenting who they are. I mean, in Obama deception and in Endgame, we show Bilderberg Group members arriving and their names, and we've published Bilderberg Group list. It doesn't get any more elite than that. Karl Rove to speak at UT Austin Monday evening. Former White House Deputy Chief of Staff Karl Rove will give a lecture at the University of Texas tonight. Rove is expected to talk about his time at the White House as former President George W. Bush's top political advisor. Rove will also share his analysis of issues in the nation currently facing, including health care, the economy, and protection of individual liberties. See, now that they're out of power, here's another one. George W. Bush Institute and Freedom House to convene freedom activists, human rights, and internet experts to assess global cyber dissident movement. So Bush helped set up cybersecurity. Obama's continuing it. Karl Rove helped push the big police state. And now they're posing as the protectors of our liberty. That way, when they get back in power, they can continue to butcher it. Just like Obama stood up as a protector of liberty against torture, the Patriot Act, and all this when he was out of power. When he got into power, it's just totally sick how they double team us. But I appreciate your call, Robert.